Hello.
How's it feel to be finished with Gollum forever?
Oh my God, I don't know if I am finished with Gollum forever. I don't know if he'll ever go away, quite frankly. It is kind of weird because there was always the possibility of him coming back, and you know, before The Hobbit. But I think I'm happy to have left him in a good place, which is buried underneath the Misty Mountains.
I know you've been assisting on Peter Jackson's on the directing part. Do you think you are ready to make the next move and become a director for your new film?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was very fortunate. Peter knew that I wanted to direct for a long time, and gave me some great opportunities. And I was the second unit director on The Hobbit, and we shot for 200 days, which is an enormous amount of shooting days. You know, when you think that the average independent filmmaker would get to shoot their first movie and shoot maybe for 35 days, I think I probably shot the equivalent of 5 or 6 independent movies in that time. So it was a real challenge on a huge scale. So I actually feel ready to take on anything, and in fact, as you may well know, I'm going to be helming Warner Brothers' version of Jungle Book. So so I'm really excited about that.
What are you taking from your experiences?
You know, it's time to talk about performance capture.
Yes,
As
it is.
you know, your performance in Planet of the Apes, Zoe Saldana's performance in Avatar, have been kind of snubbed by the Academy. And everybody's talking about one day we're going to have a category of Best Actor for actor performing into performance capture. What do you think about that?
Well, in actual fact, I don't really think there should be a separate category, because when you think about performance capture, what is it? Performance capture is a technology, and it's just another bunch of cameras. It's 360-degree cameras and a head-mounted camera on your face. So for me, it's always been just another method of recording an actor's performance. I mean, we have 2D cameras and 3D cameras that film actors. You know, the actual process of acting, the way the films are cut and shot, and the interaction between the director and the other actors on set is no different to a live-action movie. The way that you create the role internally, psychologically, the way that you embody it physically is no different in its approach. Or literally, the difference is that you, instead of wearing a costume and makeup before the fact, you wear a motion capture suit on set, and then the costume and makeup is put on after the fact. So I intrinsically disagree with any kind of notion of a separate category. For me, it's always been about acting. I don't act any differently if I'm playing a live action role on screen or if I'm playing a performance capture role.
Andy, have you thought about your dream cast for Jungle Book yet, by any chance?
My dream cast for Jungle. Well, I've thought about it, yeah, but I'm only right at the beginning of it, so it's very tantalising. But actually, I can say nothing.
What kind of skills are you taking from Lord of the Rings and applying to Jungle Book? It's a pretty big project.
Well,
so what kind of?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of aware you are of what I've been up to for the last couple of years, but I have a performance capture studio in London called the Imaginarium, which I have with my producing partner Jonathan Cavendish, and we set that up as for me to push and develop the art and craft of performance capture further. It's a kind of creative lab set up specifically for the invention of digital characters, and having a sandbox or a laboratory where you can have a director and actors and writers come together to invent characters for movies, which are our own movies that we're making, and also for servicing other people's films and video games and television programs. So with that, there are several projects that our company has been working on. One of which is Animal Farm, and George Orwell's Animal Farm, and we've been evolving the methodology for that for about the last year and a half whilst we developed the script. And then the opportunity to direct Jungle Book has just presented itself, and so I suppose in answer to your question, performance capture is an amazing tool, as I say, which will enable ultimately actors to play anything, to play any character of your, whatever your desire is, whether it's a tree or a house, or it doesn't have to be a humanoid character like an ape. It can be much more abstract, and so it really does lend itself to these stories like Jungle Book and Animal Farm, where it is ultimately about performance. It's ultimately about actors acting off each other and creating drama, and presenting the actor with the challenge and the opportunity to enter into another world, into another dimension, and imagine themselves as these roles.
Can you talk about playing Caesar for a second time and how he evolves in the second film?
Yeah, Caesar is a part that remains very close to me. In the first movie, we saw Caesar grow from an infant who has grown up with human beings and was fathered by Will Rodman, played by James Franco's character, and for all intents and purposes believed he was a human being. And then at a sort of tender teenage, he then realizes that he's not and is cast out, and then realizes he has to assimilate himself into a group which he feels very alienated from, but actually happened to be his own kin, his own kind. And then the third act in the first movie is obviously him galvanizing those apes and leading them to freedom. In the second movie, which is brilliantly directed by Matt Reeves, it's a huge epic canvas, and we move forward 10 years. And Caesar is now a leader. He is a statesman. He has created a community out of, which is, whilst humanity has been on the slide, and if you may remember at the end of the last film, there was a virus that was pretty much wiping out humanity. They are in a very bad state. They're desperately clawing to try and survive. And for all intents and purposes, the apes believe that they have diminished and have gone away. And what Caesar has done is he created this society which has brought together chimpanzees and orangs and gorillas and tried to carry with him, I suppose, the very best things that he learned from humanity, while at the same time celebrating what his culture, what his tribe is all about, the apeness of and learning to be his own ape. He's also a father. He has a wife, and he's a ruler, an egalitarian ruler who is very empathetic and I think that comes from his experiences with human beings. And particularly the role model that he had from Will, James Franco's character. So really early on in the film, you believe you're going to watch a society, a birth of a society, and an early dawning of a society that is going well. That the state of the nation is good at the beginning, and then it is interrupted by the arrival of human beings, which throws Caesar into an inner turmoil and trying to find a peaceful way of allowing both sides to coexist without causing destruction to either.
All right, one more question.
Performance capture for many years, and it seems like it can be very physically taxing for you. You've also trained other crew of people to also do it. Do you envisage a future quite soon when we stop?
I'd like to think not. It is physically demanding, and I suppose moving more into directing is an extension of being able to train other people to do it. But actually, I mean, I don't intend to stop acting. That won't ever go away. It's very much part of my fabric and storytelling toolkit. So no, I don't think I'll stop. And also it keeps you fit. I hate going to the gym. Give me a difficult character to play. That keeps you fit. But it is, what is wonderful is being able to pass on knowledge and being able to train up. And that's again part of the Imaginarium's ethos. Is we've started an academy and we have trained an ensemble of actors to work with us and enjoy all of the challenges and the possibilities of acting in the digital realm. So yeah.
All right, guys, that's it. Thank you.